Man, I don't get it. You got a big screen to look at. You got a close angle of the play. You can watch it again and again and again. So how the heck do you screw it up so bad? Now, anyone who was at last Saturday's game between the Northern Arizona Wranglers and the San Diego Strike Force knows what I'm talking about. For those who weren't there, well, here's what went down. It was just an exciting back and forth game all night long. And then with under a minute left, San Diego, who at that point was trailing by, I think, about 5 points, they're right on the doorstep of the end zone. They try to run it in, and at the 1 yard line, they fumble the ball, and the NAZ Wranglers recover it. Well, that should have been the capper to the game, right? Wrong. Now, the refs, they spent about 3 minutes reviewing the play on their monitor, and after that, they went, nah, it's not a fumble. San Diego can keep the ball. Boy, oh boy, did the crowd unleash a torrent of boos on the refs. Deservedly so, I might add. Especially since the Strike Force ran the ball in for a touchdown and ultimately held on to win. Now, yours truly was in the press box for that game, and before I left to head down to the field for my post-game interviews, I was looking at the monitors used by the Wranglers play-by-play guys, James Poovey and Ed Cole. Folks, the runner for the Strike Force, you could clearly see his knee was still in the air when the ball came out of his hands. That should have been a fumble recovery for the Wranglers, and they should have won the game. What the refs were looking at when they were reviewing it, I don't know, I have no idea. And before I left the press box, I looked at James and Ed, and I mouthed, well, I can't say the actual word on the air, but in military alphabet speak, the initials would be Bravo Sierra. Now, playing a little devil's advocate here, in a situation like that, a lot of coaches would say you can't blame the referee for the loss because there are a lot of plays that happened that led up to that point, and if they had been executed better, that call at the end would not have made a difference, which, okay, they're right saying that. I mean, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where the game is so close that one bad call by the refs toward the end is going to cost you the win. But the fact of the matter is, that bad call, that really bad call, did cost the Wranglers the game, and the outcome of a game should not be decided because of a bad call by the refs. Ask 1985 St. Louis Cardinals about that, how a botched call at first base cost them the World Series. So, I don't know, maybe the IFL needs to put its refs through more training. I would imagine they have some sort of evaluation system for referees. Hopefully they do. And if the head ref ain't doing his job, I say either put him through more training or demote him to, I don't know, back judge or side judge and make him work his way back up to the top. Also, can we please get rid of the taunting penalty? Because we had that happen also at last week's game between the Wranglers and the Strike Force, and of course, it went against the Wranglers. And in a sport where you're on a 50-yard playing field, a 15-yard penalty is huge. I mean, first of all, I just think the taunting penalty should be done away with at all levels, but especially in the pros because, look, we're talking about grown men here. It's like, what? You're afraid a 24, 25, 26, 27-year-old who's getting knocked around for 60 minutes every Saturday night is going to turn into a blubbering mess because someone on the other team pointed at him and hurt his precious little feelings and made him cry. Man, just give me a break. Taunting, excessive celebration penalties, they should just be eliminated. As I have said numerous times on this show, sports is entertainment. And the taunting and the celebrating after a big play, I find that entertaining because it shows that we have human beings out there on the field with emotions who are enjoying themselves and not robots. Now, whether or not the IFL or any other sporting organization will do anything about that, I don't know. Because in a lot of these businesses and a lot of these leagues these days, it just seems like you have people running them who just seem to want to ignore criticism from their fans or customers, whichever you prefer. I mean, the MCU/Disney, perfect example of that. Bad Robot, which runs Star Trek, the people who run Doctor Who, heck, Hollywood in general. I mean, how many years have pop culture commentators and fans been saying your shows and movies suck, your writing is awful, writers and directors are putting too much of their political agenda into stories, and your obsession with strong female characters are not giving us more Ellen Ripleys and Sarah Connors and Princess Leia's and Susan Ivanovas. It's instead giving us Mary Sue's with the personality of tree stumps. And the proof is in the pudding. When you see how many of these movies flop and how many of these shows have their ratings plunge into the toilet, yet the response from Hollywood is, we're just going to keep doing the same thing, and we don't care if we're losing money and fans are tuning us out. Don't ask questions. Just consume product and get excited for next product. Well, if you don't listen to your fans, if you don't address problems when they crop up and just stay on the same course, you ain't going to have any more fans. And just ask the people in charge of Doctor Who how that's worked out for them. I'm not saying don't stop complaining, don't stop criticizing if you see something you don't like in sports or entertainment or business, because sometimes it does work and those people will reverse course, especially when you hit them in the profit margin. Ask some of the businesses who decide to get way too political instead of just selling stuff about that. All right, folks, 928-541-1016, number to call here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup. Big sports weekend on our other station, our sports station, The Team, 1450 AM KNOT at 11:45 this morning. It's the opening game of the championship round of the College World Series between Coastal Carolina and LSU. Then at 4 p.m. today, it's Oklahoma City versus Indiana for all the marbles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Meanwhile, on this show, yes, you called it, we have another top 10 list for you. And this is one of the more fun top 10 lists. This is the top 10 local grads at college of the year. I mean, we always have a bunch of guys from guys and girls from Yavapai, from our high schools, going off to play at college. And, we always like to keep track of them and find out how they're doing, how they're performing. And, well, we had a whole bunch of guys and gals from Yavapai, from our local high schools who did very well for their colleges. And a whole lot of them, but only 10 can be picked. So which ones really stood out among the pack? Well, no more dilly-dallying. Did I actually say dilly-dallying? I can't believe I actually said that. Oh, well, I did say that, so there. Anyway, let's dive into our list. We have number 10. She was a big-time scorer when she played here, and when she went across the country to South Carolina, nothing changed. She made her presence felt as soon as she put on her new uniform, averaging 15.6 points per game, the third best in the conference, but her contributions on the court did not end there. She also snagged 146 rebounds and recorded 48 steals, 34 assists, and 19 blocks. She garnered a lot of attention and respect from the other coaches in the Big South Conference, so much so they named her to the All-Conference second team. There will be no return engagement for her at this school next season. That's because Georgia Southern plucked her out of the transfer portal, and she'll be going D1 for the 2025-2026 season. No doubt she will light it up at that level as well. Congratulations to Yavapai College alum Keshia Anderson of the Presbyterian College women's basketball team. The Tri-City Sports Roundup, number 10, local grad at college of the year. Next, number 9. He ended his Yavapai College career with 20-plus home runs and 80-plus RBIs and an all-conference honor. Then he began his D1 career by continuing to swing a hot bat. This catcher from Hawaii hit .341 for his new team, the fifth best average in the conference, while clubbing 12 home runs, putting him at number 2 in the conference and driving in 50 runs, the fifth most in the conference. Add to that 15 doubles, 40 runs scored, and a .576 slugging percentage, the third best in the conference. With stats like that, he was selected to the All-Summit League first team. Expect him to keep knocking the ball all over the place next season. Congratulations to Yavapai College product Waialili Kane Yates of the Oral Roberts University baseball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 9 local grad at College of the Year. Before we go to break, let's hit number 8. Because of the pandemic, she had one more year of eligibility, and she made the most of it. Transferring to a new school, she continued to be a powerhouse at the plate. She hit .399 with 9 home runs, the fourth most in the conference, 40 RBIs, the sixth most in the conference, 12 doubles, 6 triples, 53 runs scored, which tied her for second in the conference, 20 stolen bases, the fourth most in the conference, a .670 slugging percentage, the fourth best in the conference, and a .449 on-base percentage. So what did all that get her? How about a spot on the All-Pac West first team, as well as being named the Conference Newcomer of the Year? What a terrific ending to a terrific collegiate career. Congratulations to Yavapai College alum Kayla Jolly Rogers of the Concordia University Irvine softball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 8 local grad at College of the Year. Well, folks, we are just getting started here with our top 10 list as I bang on my microphone because I'm a moron. Anyway, who else makes the top 10, our top 10 local grads of the year list? Who gets the number 1 spot this year? Well, we'll find out on the other side of this break. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back to the Tri-City Sports Roundup. John Rust with you here as we are just getting started with our top 10 local grads at College of the Year list. Number 9 was a guy who played for Yavapai College baseball, Wailili Kane Yates, who had a great season for Oral Roberts. And we're going to talk a little more about Yates. We're going to talk to his former coach at Yavapai College, and that, of course, is Pat Woods. He joins us now on the phone. Hey, Coach, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me.
So, Wailili Kane Yates, he had, of course, a great career for you at Yavapai. Like I said, ended his career with about 20-plus home runs, 80-plus RBIs, goes to Oral Roberts, goes D1, and, well, doesn't take him too long to adjust to the D1 level. What a season that he had for Oral Roberts. So what was it about Yates where he was able to just dive right into the D1 level and make big contributions for Oral Roberts?
Well, he's an accomplished hitter. He always has been. He's not afraid to compete at the highest level. So it was a great fit there at Oral Roberts for him. He felt comfortable going in there. Coach Fulmer, head coach there, is a great person, and he knows how to get guys going right away. So he just stepped in and started doing his thing, which he always did at Yavapai.
Mm-hmm. And again, I mean, you look at the numbers he put up and the rankings he had in the SEC. I mean, he was like top 5 in so many categories. I mean, for yourself as a coach, how much does it mean to you to see one of your guys go from Yavapai to a school with a really good baseball tradition like Oral Roberts and just succeed so much there?
Well, John, that's our job. I mean, that's what we do at Yavapai. We try to get guys going early to 4-year schools. It's kind of you don't get these guys for 4 years. You get them for 1, maybe in 2 years, and you hope they go off and play, and you watch them, and that's what we're supposed to do as coaches, and get these guys to grow up as men and go in there and produce for bigger schools than Yavapai.
Okay. Well, Coach Pat Woods from the Yavapai College baseball team, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup this morning, talking a little bit about Wailili Kane Yates and his accomplishments at Oral Roberts, which got him named our number 9 local grad at College of the Year. Coach, thank you very much for joining us, and you have yourself a good day.
John, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for what you do for us.
Hey, you got it, Coach. You got it. Thank you very much. All right. Again, Coach Pat Woods from the Yavapai College baseball team, former coach for Wailili Kane Yates, our number 9 local grad at College of the Year. Let's get right back into our list. We're at number 7. As a freshman last year, he earned top 5 finishes in 2 events at the Northeast Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship. This season, he showed what he can do indoors. He consistently placed in the top 5 in the triple jump and the long jump throughout the season and was so impressive, he was named the NEC Field Athlete of the Week on multiple occasions. It all paid off when his team got to the conference indoor championship meet. Forget about a mere top 5 finish. This guy got first place in the triple jump. If that wasn't enough, he was voted the most outstanding field athlete among the jumpers for the NEC championship meet. Get ready for more impressive jumping by this young man next season. Congratulations to Prescott alum Jack Mason of the Wagner College track and field team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup, number 7 local grad at College of the Year. Now it's number 6. Making the leap from high school sports to college is hard enough. Now imagine making that leap onto the roster of one of the top teams in the country. But did that make this guy nervous? Heck no. He did what he's always done, drain buckets. He averaged 11.3 points per game in his debut season at college, knocking down 51 three-pointers as well. He also grabbed 146 rebounds and registered 31 assists, 34 steals, and 17 blocks. Not only did that get him a spot on the All-ACCAC third team, he was also named the ACCAC Division II Freshman of the Year. And the good times didn't stop there. His team won the region title and took part in the JUCO National Tournament, where he notched 20 points in his team's opening round victory, then had then had 17 points and 3 blocks in his team's close second-round win over Davidson Davie. The team ultimately finished third at the national tournament, capping off a very memorable first season of collegiate hoops for this young man. Congratulations to Bradshaw Mountain alum Mason Hunt, the Huntsman of the Pima College men's basketball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 6 local grad at College of the Year. Next up is number 5. He took some time off to weigh his options to see if he wanted to continue playing at the next level. This past season, he made his return to the court, and it was a triumphant return. After a bit of a slow start to his season, he soon became one of the top scorers on his team, averaging 14.7 points per game with 23 pointers. But he did a lot more for his team than just rack up points. He snagged 164 rebounds, dished out 79 assists, and showed off his defensive skills by posting 56 steals and 28 blocks. The other coaches in the conference showed how impressed they were with his defense as they named him the ACCA Division I Defensive Player of the Year. And for good measure, he landed on the all-conference second team. A great return to form by this guy, one he did in his own backyard. Congratulations to Prescott alum Jason Parent of the Yavapai College men's basketball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 5 local grad at College of the Year. Now, we're at number 4. He only had 1 goal and 1 assist during the season, but so what? His job was not to put points on the board. It was to keep the other team from scoring, and he did it better than most. He anchored a defense that pitched 11 shutouts during the season, the 6th most of any team in all of NCAA Division II. In fact, thanks to his efforts, his team posted a 0.991 goals against average, and man, oh man, did that earn him some nice awards. He made the All-RMAC first team, the All-RMAC tournament team, the All-South Central region team, all while helping his squad reach the quarterfinals of the NCAA 2 national tournament. And along with being great on the pitch, he was great in the classroom, being named to the All-RMAC Academic Honor Roll and the College Sports Communicators All-District Academic Team. Now that is one heck of a senior season. Congratulations to Yavapai College product Jacob Larson of the Fort Lewis Men's College Soccer Team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 4 local grad at College of the Year. Now, we're at number 3. She spent the previous season just getting her feet wet at the college level. This past season, she spent it as the ace for her team. When she entered the circle, most teams stood no chance against her. She wound up with a record of 26-6, the most wins in the conference, and a 2.28 ERA, the 4th best in the conference. She also struck out a conference best 204 batters in 187 innings, and even notched a save, which actually came in the JUCO Softball World Series. Some of her notable accomplishments were back-to-back no-hitters against Paradise Valley and Mesa, 4 one-hitters on the season, and a 15 strikeout performance against Mesa. With all that going for her, it should come as no surprise, she was named the ACCA Division II Pitcher of the Year, and to cap it off, she earned a spot on the NJCAA Division II All-American Second Team. Look for her to continue her dominance in the circle at whatever college she goes to next. Congratulations to Bradshaw Mountain alum Yaz Bernal of the Phoenix College softball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 3 local grad at College of the Year. And hey, let's go to the phones. We're going to talk to Yaz's coach, and that is Heinz Mueller from Phoenix College softball. Coach Mueller, thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
So, yes, like I said, last year she got limited action for you. As I said, kind of getting her feet wet. What was it about Yaz where this year she really turned it on and, like I said, became the ace of your staff?
Well, she had we had a mandate, and she had a mandate for starting off the year that she was going to be the best that she could be, and she gravitated to that, worked really hard right from the start, and really dug in, because we knew she could do it, or I would have never asked her to do that, because when we recruited her, she was one of the best pitchers around locally. And so she took that mandate and ran with it, and she was very, very successful, obviously, all year because of her stats. But that's a tribute to her for taking on that self motivation and drive to be the best.
And again, I'm sure mentally being tough too, because I mean, Phoenix College. I mean, you guys have established yourselves as one of the premier softball teams, not just here in Arizona, but across the country. So obviously, a lot of pressure for young ladies going on your team to try to keep that legacy going. And to her credit, Yaz certainly embraced that, and like I said, became one of your top pitchers.
Oh yeah, it is tough to play for Phoenix College because of our tradition of the past and how many players and teams were successful in our program. And she stepped right up this year and took on the challenge, and she handled it. Obviously, her peers thought very highly of her as well by voting All-American and being Pitcher of the Year as well. And we're real proud of her. She's part of our family, always will be. And right now, I'm working on several colleges for her to play at, to continue, and it's a work in process right now. We've turned down a couple colleges out of state. She wants to try to stay locally, but we're working on it. She'll land on her feet at another college and really step in as a junior and really help that program.
All right. Well, Coach Heinz Mueller of the Phoenix College softball team, want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup, talking about our number 3 local grad at College of the Year, Bradshaw Mountain alum, Yaz Bernal. Coach, again, thank you very much for your time, and you have yourself a good day, and best of luck to Yaz and getting her into a college.
Yep. Thank you. Really appreciate your time.
You got it. Again, Coach Heinz Mueller from Phoenix College softball. Well, before we go to break, folks, we got to get number 2 in. He had one more year of eligibility left, and you better believe he was going to use it, and his new team was grateful for that. His impact was felt immediately in the lineup as he hit .370, the second highest average in the SEC, with 17 home runs, 61 RBIs, 10 doubles, 41 runs scored, a conference best .788 slugging percentage, and a .500 on-base percentage, which was also tops in the SEC. His offense was a big reason his team went 43-17 and made it to the NCAA regionals. It was also a reason he made the All-SEC second team, the All-Southeast region team, and the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association All-American first team. Now, that's how you cap off a collegiate career. Congratulations to Yavapai College alum Rylan Zaborowski of the University of Georgia baseball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 2 local grad at College of the Year. Well, that leaves us with number 1 on the list. So who grabs the top spot this year for our top 10 local grads at College of the Year list? Well, not going to tell you right now. We've got a break to get to. When we come back, we will have the number 1 local grad at College of the Year. I'll be right after this break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Tri-City Sports Roundup. John Rust with you here. Today, another of our summer top 10 lists, the top 10 local grads at College of the Year. We're up to number 1, but before I unveil our number 1 pick for this year, let's do a little recap here of numbers 10 through 2. Number 10, Kashaya Anderson, Yavapai College alum with Presbyterian College women's basketball. Number 9, another ex-Rough Rider, Wailili Kane Yates from Oral Roberts baseball. Number 8, yet another former Rough Rider, Kayla Rogers with Concordia Irvine softball. Number 7, Prescott alum Jack Mason with Wagner College track and field. Number 6, Mason Hunt, Bradshaw Mountain product, now with Pima College men's basketball. Number 5, former Badger Jason Parent of Yavapai College men's basketball. Number 4, Yavapai College product Jacob Larson of Fort Lewis men's soccer. Number 3, Bradshaw Mountain alum Yaz Bernal of Phoenix College softball. Number 2, former Rough Rider Ryland Zaborowski of the University of Georgia baseball team. And now, number 1. He started off the season by winning his match via pin in just 28 seconds. Things got better for him from there. He came away champion in his weight class at the Mile High Open, went 4-0 at the NWCA National Duels, and pretty much dominated his team's regular season duel meets. He also held the number 2 ranking in his weight class in the nation for most of the season. At the Cascade Collegiate Conference Championship Tournament, he owned the title match with a 17-2 victory. Then it was on to the NAIA National Tournament where he made it to the 3rd place match and got the win 19-5. That made him an All-American for the 2nd time in his collegiate career. He also concluded the season with a record of 23-3, which also got him to the 100-win plateau for his college career. Between high school and college, he left one heck of a legacy on the mat here in the Tri-City area. Congratulations to Chino Valley alum Keller Rock of the Embry-Riddle Wrestling Team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup 2024-2025 number 1 local grad at College of the Year. And we were hoping to hear from Keller's, coach and father, KC Rock. Hopefully he will be able to call in before the end of the show and talk a little more about Keller Rock. But like I said, just an incredible career for Keller, both high school and college, and didn't even have to leave the confines of the Tri-City area to do it. You look at his high school career, a 3-time state champion at Chino Valley. Then he goes to Embry-Riddle, 2-time All-American. Last year, a national runner-up. This year, 3rd place in the NAIA National Meet. And again, Cascade Collegiate Conference champion. And Cascade Collegiate Conference, and we've said this before on the show in our sports reports, Cascade Collegiate Conference for wrestling, probably the toughest conference in the country among NAIA schools. So great career there for Keller Rock at Embry-Riddle. Like I said, great career for him at Chino Valley. And of course, Keller Rock, very deserving of our number 1 local grad at College of the Year award. Actually, speaking of local grads at college, one guy who didn't make the list but still had a pretty good year and also did very well academically, another Yavapai College baseball product, Ryan Pruitt. He's now playing for the University of South Florida, and recently he was named to the College Sports Communicators All-District Academic Team. Also had a pretty good season for the Bulls, hit .281 with 5 home runs and 41 RBIs. And also, speaking of local grads going to college, well, we had a late signing here this past week. Former Bradshaw Mountain baseball player Caden Randall, who we had on our show actually a couple months ago. He has committed to Justice University, which is a Christian college located down in Chandler. Randall, a great senior season for the Bears, hit .456 with 2 home runs, 20 RBIs, 17 runs scored, made the All-4A Conference 2nd team, and the All-Grand Canyon Region 1st team. So congratulations to Caden Randall on that. Best of luck to him. And of course, when you look ahead to next season, and maybe thinking about what we could have on our top 10 local grads at College of the Year list next season. I mean, you look at all the athletes that signed from Prescott High School this year. I think Missy Townsend said there were about 24 or 25 athletes who signed for college for next year. I think that's probably the biggest number that Prescott has ever had in its history, or at least as far as I know, or at least in recent history. But you look at some of the young men and women going off to compete at college. Of course, leading the pack, Uriah Tenet going to University of New Mexico. You got Zane Gall, who's going to Hawaii Pacific. Probably not going to be surprising if those two wind up on future top 10 local grads at College of the Year lists. You also got you got Kenzie Blanchard, who's going to go D1 for track and field, going to go up to NAU for that. Riley Hobson, of course, a state champion in javelin. She's going to be joining Kenzie up at NAU. I believe she's going to be a walk-on up there. Violet Williams, who had an incredible track and field, also an incredible soccer career for Prescott. Well, she's going to be going up to the Colorado School of Mines to be on their track and field team. Riley Schroeder, she's going to be continuing playing. I believe she's going to Park University, be with their soccer team down there. Josiah Peoples, he'll be continuing his football career at El Camino College. So, again, a ton of really great Prescott athletes going to the next level. Don't be surprised if some of them wind up on a future top 10 local grads at College of the Year list. Even though a lot of them, even though they're all going to be in their freshman seasons next year, some people excel their freshman seasons. Sometimes you need to get a little more experience under your belt that freshman season. Kind of like I said with Yaz Bernal, that freshman season is going to be getting your feet wet, learning the ropes, and a lot of times when you're a freshman, you're going to be playing behind a couple other people in the lineup. So you got to just work hard and bide your time. And by the time you get to be sophomore, junior, senior, then you're really going to be, making a name for yourself. And in fact, Paige Ram, well now Paige Horn, since she got married last year, former standout basketball player at Prescott High School, now assistant coach for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. She played her college ball at CSU Pueblo. Her first two seasons there. Didn't do too much. Then junior and senior years, she was one of the top players there. So again, for a lot, that's probably my biggest advice to all the athletes going off to college for their freshman seasons. Don't expect to make a big impact right away. Some people do, and if you do make an impact right away in your freshman year, great on you. But for a lot of other freshmen, again, you got to bide your time. You got to be patient. And for some athletes, that's kind of hard to do because for a lot of them, hey, they were used to being the number one, number two, big guy, big girl on their team. They're used to being the person who just kind of puts the team on their back and charges forward. But when you get to college, the thing you learn is, well, everyone else on this roster, they were also like the number one, number two players on their high school teams. A lot of them have been here 2, 3, and 4 years starting for this team, and there's no room for me in the starting lineup. So, guess I gotta just work hard and just wait. And one of these days, my opportunity will come. And if you do have an opportunity, you take it. The unfortunate thing is, there are some athletes out there who they just don't get that. And I've always said for a lot of the athletes, the really good high school athletes who go to college and really don't do much there, a lot of it it's not because they don't have the talent to succeed. For a lot of them, it's just they don't have the mentality up here that, hey, I was the big dog in high school. I should be the big dog in college. Why am I not the big dog in college? Well, they don't appreciate my talent, I guess, so I'm just going to quit. It's like, no, you're with all the other big dogs from their high school in that lineup, and that's what you have to realize. And a lot of them do, and for a lot of those athletes who do realize that, they eventually succeed at college. So that's probably the biggest piece of advice I would give to incoming college freshman athletes from this area. Just don't be surprised if you're not making an impact right away. Just work hard. Seize your opportunity when you can, and you'll succeed. Because also, if you do cop an attitude, if you're not starting or not getting a whole lot of playing time, the coach is going to realize that, and the coach probably isn't going to is probably not going to put complainers in his lineup, put them on the court, put them on the field. He's probably going to have them ride the bench even more. But if you're there working hard, learning, doing what coach is telling you, then eventually he or she, they're going to realize that, and they're going to say, you know what? This guy, this gal, he or she keeps impressing me more and more. And you know what? I think I'm going to give them a few more opportunities here and see what they can do. So again, there's your advice from yours truly. All right, folks, we're coming up to the end of the show here. And Tri-City Sports Roundup, we're going to be taking a hiatus here from live shows for the next 2 weeks. I'm actually off on vacation next week. Now, 2 weeks from today, July 5th, that's actually going to be the Frontier Days Rodeo Parade. KYCA will be streaming that. So because of that, we will not have a live show. We will be back live 2 weeks from now. And when we are back live, well, actually, it would be 3 weeks from now, wouldn't it? Okay, it is 3 weeks from now. My math sucks. What do you want? Anyway, we'll be back 3 weeks from now. And when we do come back, we will resume our top 10 list. We'll be getting into the big three, folks. We'll be getting into the top 10 local games of the year. That'll be our next top 10 list. And then after that, we've got the top 10 local female athletes of the year, the top 10 local male athletes of the year. And by the time we wrap all that up, school should be back in session, and we'll be getting ready to dive into fall sports. In fact, I think the local high schools have their first day of school like the end of July. How does that even work? I can't even comprehend going to school in July. Come on. Oh, no, I guess it works out that way on the calendar, but still, that is whack. Anyway, folks, that is it for this episode of the Tri-City Sports Roundup. Thank you very much for joining us here. Hey, get out to the Wade Parker Scott Norris Memorial Baseball Tournament. We have games going on today and tomorrow. Prescott, Bradshaw Mountain, Chino Valley Baseball Fields. Till 3 weeks from now, I guess. I will see you then, folks. You